Hi students, I wanted to go over the portfolio project as we will be working on it the different weeks throughout the session. It is 15% of your grade. It is a 9-page research paper, and the 9 pages includes title page, abstract, reference page. So think of that as your beginning. You're going to select a topic that you would present to a supervisor. So you were going to say to a supervisor, I would like to implement this policy, some kind of change that is something realistic that you could approach within your field. And you're going to use research, scholarly sources to support your argument. So you're going to have different sections within this. You're going to have an introduction, the frame, which is kind of how are you approaching this to your supervisor, the argument, and the rebuttal, which is going to address the opposing side, or even just really considering why might a supervisor not implement this and address that. And down here below, APA formatting. So again, you need a title page with your name on it, and 12-point standard font in text citations. All of those are part of APA formatting, and abstract is required. In week 2, you will do the essential questions discussion. That's a great way to just explore your topic. You'll receive feedback from me just to make sure you're on the right track. And then in the following week, you will present a video, so that can be viewed as saying to a supervisor, this is something I'd like to explore. So you're going to again, kind of introduce your topic. You will have feedback from me by then. And talk about research, talk about what an opposing viewpoint might be, to just make sure you're having a good understanding of the requirements. And then in week 5, you'll submit a complete rough draft for my review, and I'll be providing general feedback, make sure you're meeting the requirements. I wanted to talk about the rubric. As you can see, it's a little bit different than some of our other rubrics are set up with the different levels. So, for example, all these numbers, the first category format is 5 points. All of these numbers are multiplied by 2. So, your overall grade, 10 points is format, 6 points is thesis, and so on. So I just wanted to point out, obviously it's really important that you have the standard APA formatting. A clear thesis, the abstract, 7 points, so 14 points of your total grade is your abstract. It's going to be very helpful to provide a nice summary of your information for the reader. And then the content and persuasive strategy. Again, this needs to be a persuasive paper, and you need to include scholarly sources that are going to convince your supervisor. And then the last section is source incorporation and in-text citation. I need to be able to see, and the reader needs to be able to see what part of your paper is from an outside source. We're really looking for you to synthesize and summarize information, not have long quotes from other sources, but really show that you understand the material and how it relates to your paper. So I encourage you to print these directions and make sure you're aware of what's due each week, and submit your work on time so that I can give you feedback and make sure that you are on the right track and set up for success. If you have any questions, please post them in the Ask Your Instructor forum. Thanks.